Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to make a St. Catherine of Siena Chibi charm. A big thanks to the commenter who suggested this saint. To make her face, roll out a small ball of light skin colored clay, then indent a mouth using a small dotting tool. Make her eyes by rolling out 2 tiny balls of black clay and place them on the face. Flatten them out slightly so they are firmly attached. Add blush by rubbing a Q-tip on a piece of pink chalk or pastel, and then gently dab it onto the cheeks. To make her body, roll out a cone of white clay. If it gets a little dirty while rolling it, you can use a Q-tip dipped in nail polish remover to clean it up at the end. Roll out a sheet of black clay and then cut it into a rectangle, a little bit shorter than the cone. Wrap it around the cone so that the top of the rectangle is just slightly on the top of the cone. Then wrap it around to the front so the 2 tips are touching. To make her arms, roll out a small snake of black clay and cut it into 2 sections. Then attach them to the back of the cone where the black is overlapping. Fold the arms slightly to the front of the body, that way she can hold the white lily when we make it. To make the lily, roll out a small cone of white clay and cut 3 slits in it. Bend each slit out a different direction and then flatten them with your fingers. Slightly bend each part so that they look a little bit more floppy and natural. Attach the bottom of the lily, which is the pointed end, to the body, right in between the arms. Once you like the way it looks, attach the head. Make sure you press down firmly so that it's definitely attached. If it gets a little squished, readjust it with your fingers. To make her veil, cut out a small rectangle of white clay and place it on the front of her forehead. Wrap it around the edges of the head so that it will be covered by the veil later. It's okay if it gets a little torn or a little bent, since the veil will be covering up most of it. To make the veil itself, roll out a thicker sheet of white clay and cut it into a squarish rectangle. Then gently wrap it around the edges of the head. I think this just looks adorable, and it looks so close to the actual veil. It's really fun to try and figure out how to make real-life people into tiny little charms. Use your fingers to press all the way along the veil so that it's definitely attached and it's smoothed out. An amazing feature in many of the pictures of St. Catherine of Siena, and also one of her most iconic features, is that she's wearing or holding the crown of thorns. This is such an important symbol, so I had to add it. Roll out a very thin and long snake of brown clay, long enough that it could wrap around her head twice. Then fold it in half and twist it along itself. That way it looks kind of like gnarled up branches. Once you like the way it looks, wrap it around the top of her head, being careful not to cover the front of the veil. Cut off any excess clay in the back and then attach the 2 ends. Adjust anything you don't like, then trim an eye pin and thread it through the top of the head into the body. This will make it extra secure. Once it's in, bake it according to your clay's package instructions. When your charm is baked and cooled, add 2 small white dots to her eyes using a small dotting tool dipped in white paint. Then, to add a little bit more detail to the lily, use the same small dotting tool dipped in yellow paint and add little dots to the center of the flower. And here is your finished charm. I hope you guys really enjoyed this charm, and if you did, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more. If you have any suggestions for which saint you'd like me to make next, make sure you comment it below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and God bless.